My name is Kelly, and this summer I will be going with NSLI-Y to Korea. Basically, the program is for students to go abroad to study the critical languages, and the State Department pays a full scholarship for the students that they choose. Languages include Arabic, Chinese, Turkish, Persian, Russian, Korean. It's a whole range of languages. I applied for the Korean one, and yeah, I'll be going to Korea this summer. For the program, we're actually it's going to start on June 26th, and that's when we go to Colombia for a couple of days of pre-departure orientation where, they kind of explain what to expect, and they kind of help us out a little bit, and, so we don't go there and have complete culture shock. And then, once we get there, we're also going to have an in-country orientation, and yeah, that's when it begins, and the program is for 6 weeks, all expenses paid, and I'm very excited for this. That's all stuff you can find online, so I'm just gonna go into some other stuff. Yeah, you might also be wondering why I'm sitting in the kitchen, as you see cabinets and there's a sink right back there, but it's a really rainy day outside today. It's really dark. I definitely feel like it's gonna rain, so if I videoed over there, you wouldn't see me. I would be a black shadow, so I came here where it's a little bit lighter. And this thing, I know it's probably noticeable, and I'm very conscious about my skin, my face, but I thought I'd just explain that I was at the dermatologist the other day, and I got a little biopsy done on my face, so it's a little bit of a scar. I'm hoping it's going to heal over the next couple of days. Off of personal stuff, I think I'm going to go on to how excited I am for this program over the summer. I was in Korea last summer for 2 weeks through the CIE program, and it was just such an amazing experience that, it really made me want to go back. So that's why I applied for the NSLI Korea program this summer. So they sent us a big folder a couple of weeks ago and a language book. So they sent us this Korean vocabulary book, and as you can see from the back, it's $25, so they paid $25 to purchase this book for us. That's pretty nice. So yeah, I'm only on the first chapter though, because it's kind of a little hard to get through. I mean, there's a disc that came with it to help you with pronunciation, but I don't know. I might just really sit down and read it, I guess. From what I heard from other people, they're not that far into the book either, so I don't know. They also sent us this folder with information about the program, and it was a huge folder. It was packed with stuff. I mean, it's so packed that it popped right here. It just popped open. It was supposed to be together like this side, but it's popped because there's so much stuff in it. We're actually going to be going to school and taking courses at Sogang University, which is one of the top universities in Korea. And you know what's really exciting about it? I'm a really big fan of Park Chan-wook. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a really famous director in Korea and even overseas. I mean, he's pretty awesome. I mean, Quentin Tarantino loves him too, so I'm pretty sure if you know Quentin Tarantino and you know he's a great filmmaker, I'm sure you know that Park Chan-wook must be pretty good too for him to be in Quentin Tarantino's favor. I was actually just watching a Park Chan-wook film 2 days ago. This movie Thirst, about vampires. It was a really good movie. I mean, I usually don't like vampire movies because I think they're really stupid and about how the whole sucking the blood, like Dracula, But this one's definitely a really interesting one. Check it out if you can find it at your local store. You can get it from Netflix maybe, or if you can find it online. Sometimes they do show up. I did watch it online. They also sent us this book, which is a handbook for students, and it also kind of explains culture shock and rules to follow on the trip. Now there's something famous that I know everyone's freaking out about and everyone's talking about. It's the W curve. How can you forget the W curve? So it starts off with when you're at home and you know, you're very happy and you're content, and then once you get to your, you know, host country, your happiness goes down because you're gonna miss your family and you're gonna miss everyone. So you're at your like lowest point. You're like pretty depressed on the W curve. And then once you get to the country and you get kind of used to everything after a week or something, your happiness level goes up. Not quite at the level at when you left home, but you're pretty happy now. You know, you're pretty happy, and then you have to go home, so you're upset. You're upset, so you fall down the curve again. You go and see how the W's forming? Yeah, you fall down again. Your happiness level is going down. But then when you get home and you finally settle in, yeah, your happiness goes up a little bit. You know, just a little bit, but I mean, you're never going to return this point of happiness anymore. So, I'm not really sure what this W curve is based off of. I mean, have they done research and, like, you know, a significant amount of people have felt this way? But I can tell you that when I went to Korea last year for 2 weeks, this W curve is somewhat true. So this culture shock W curve, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it's different for everyone. I mean, for me, it wasn't a W. It was like a line and a curve. So what to expect this year? Don't know. Okay, I put up my hair. If you don't mind, it just got really hot. It's pretty humid here in New York now. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for this vlog. I don't want to keep it too long. I want to keep it nice and short. I probably will do one next week, and you know, a little continuation of expectations and how everything's going. But for now, this is all I have to say to you. All right, bye.
What is right? What is wrong? 잔뜩 심술이 나서 하지만 이건 네 무슨 말잖아 아직도 모르겠어 그 아무도 모를 테지 남자와 여자의 차이 참 따라 다르겠지